Sorry. Yep, there you go. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for that, Scott. You can have a card as well. Apologies, I forgot to switch over my audio. Charlie Lally, I have just said that I would like to read for you. Charlie, I'm going to come to you first. Chloe Jarman would like an angel card, so going to do a card for Chloe Jarman as well. And Scott Every for pointing out that you can't hear me at the moment. So thank you, Scott. Scott's great. He's always on. Love that. Thank you. Shakti Sirius. Oh, awesome. Hello. Oh, God. Here we are. It can only get better, guys. It can only get better from here. Hello from Adelaide. Zena. Hi. Hi. That's awesome. Zena in Adelaide. I'm going to draw a card for you as well. Zena and Yabs Lee in Adelaide, South Australia. Zena, how's everything going down there with you guys? It's not the best from what we can hear. Hi, Elsie, who's watching on my page. Now, I do cross-post to my page, so I will be looking at people on my page. So I'll be looking to my left while other people jump on and do Spiritual Events Directory, which is where quite a few of you are at the moment. Job opportunity, Carrie Burgess, looking for job opportunities. So we've definitely got our music. I've got my voice on now, so that's great. Everyone's saying I can't hear, can't hear. I'm just catching up. Kerry would like a card. Addison, Kerry Addison. So just going to pop you on my list. So I'm coming to people I'm sort of called to at the moment. Now, that doesn't mean I won't come to you later, but it just means not right now. So please keep posting your comments, copying and pasting, copying and pasting. I am clairvoyant, so I will close my eyes while I'm reading. Lost my mum. Sophie Adams, just going to come to you for mediumship. So Sophie Adams, mediumship, lost her mum. So mum, mediumship. So I'm just going to come to you, Sophie, in a moment. It's interesting because where I've stopped shuffling, they're the cards, parents, hey? Amazing. Nothing happens by accident. Sophie, I'm going to connect to mum for you. So that's mediumship. Mama G's back. Hello. Jess Sophiac. Well, that's very very direct, Jess, and I love it. Love your work. Jess Sophiac. I'm going to come to you because I love how direct you are. Pick me. Yay. Pick me. Love it. So Jess, you're on my list. Now, what I might do, hello Wade, is scroll all the way down and just see who we've got down here. Now, you can do anything with me. I've got my little kitty cards here, so children's wellbeing cards. If there's anything around that, kids watching, let me know. I can draw cards for the children. So they're really appropriate, children appropriate. So just let me know if there's anything around the kids that you want. If you've got kids watching, let me know and I can do that. I also do angel cards, just generally oracle, all that sort of stuff. Marg. My dad passed away 4 months tomorrow. Any guidance? Marg, I'm putting you on my list. So Marg's after some mediumship as well. Robinson, dad passed 4 months ago rather. 4 months ago. All right, so that's down for mediumship. Now I'm going to get into the readings. So Charlie Lally. Now, if I've got my eyes shut, maybe hold off on posting for a bit, and then when I have my eyes open, just post your comment or concern or question again, and I'll see who I'm drawn to when I open my eyes again. So we've got a few to get us started. We've got about 60 people watching at the moment, which is awesome. So hello everyone who's watching on this Monday evening on Spiritual Events Directory or even on my own page. Oh, you got 2 watching, Luna. All right, Luna, you're going on my list. Joy is actually my cat's name, and she's a little healer cat, Luna, so I love that. Luna Joy, 2 kids. So we'll do some kids cards for your kitties. Children's wellbeing, fabulous. Thank you for letting me know. Wonderful. And if you do have kids watching, sing out, because I've got these little kitty cards here. Charlie Lally, after some general. So Charlie Lally, let me just come to your energy at the moment and just see what we need to mention there. I do have my general guidance cards here. There's Doreen Virtue. Most of my decks are Doreen Virtue. Okay. Charlie, what I want to say first of all with you is I feel like I'm, fence sitting. So sitting on the fence. We just have cards everywhere at the moment. Sitting on the fence. So I feel like I need to kind of make a firm decision. So a bit of fence sitting. It can be around your personality if you're likely to be a bit on the fence about things, you know, finding it hard to make a clear decision one way or the other. But I feel like I want to say on the fence for you. Just going to draw some cards around that. Charlie, what I want to say is take a risk, and you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say that. I feel like I want to say take a risk, and I also feel like trust my heart's desires. So I feel like I'm coming into heart space for that, and really trusting what's in there, trusting my gut, my intuition, but take a risk is what I want to say. Now, let's see what these reflect. Oh my God, amazing confirmation. Wow, amazing. Charlie Lally, heart space. We were just talking about that. Yeah, I feel that in my heart. I feel like trusting heart's desires coming into that space. Amazing confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Amen. Cutting your cords, really important. So detaching from old patterns of behavior, other people, people who've come before, relationships, that sort of thing, making sure we're detaching from that. It's Archangel Michael, really important. And that's fear-based energies as well. Third eye chakra. So that's what I was just talking about. The third eye is our intuition as well as visions, dreams. You can see the beautiful owl in that image, but it is connecting into heart space and then bringing that up to third eye. And how do I see that, coming? It's take a risk for you. Let's get off the fence moving forward. Charlie, hopefully that makes sense for you and where you're at the moment. Now, Chloe Jarman, I'm just coming to Chloe for general. Anne-Marie, hello. Hello, Shakti. Shakti Sirius, you sound like you need a card. Now, I am writing people's names down. It doesn't mean that I've skipped you, but certainly if you want me to see you, pop your comments in and just copy and paste, and I will come to as many people as I possibly can. Shakti, Sirius, Tired and Moody, let's have a look at that. If there are health concerns, questions, that sort of thing, bring them my way. I do a lot of relationships, business readings, mentorship, helping people discover their gifts and enhance them, which is what I was doing right before I came online tonight. So Charlie, that is you done. I'm just coming into Chloe Jarman at the moment. Kate Lawler, hello. Lisa, hello. 65 watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Tracy Ferguson, seems all over the place. Tracy Ferguson Johnson, just popping you on my list. You've drawn my attention. I love the health inquiries. Johnson, Anxiety Plus, and seem all over the place. So just putting anxiety down as a note to remind myself. Tracy, you're on my list. Chloe Jarman just coming to you at the moment for general. So I do have my eyes shut and I will check in with you very soon. Now, if you want to book one-on-ones with me, I do a beautiful reading healing combo. I just do readings on their own, healings on their own. But there's a really nice reading healing combo. It's 1.5 hours and it's just a really good treat. So there's a link in this post to the video and you can click on my page and hit book now. And if you check my availability, it's very hard to speak tonight. And I can also stay online and answer your questions. So I will sit on my page and I'll watch your comments as they come through, questions in Messenger. And you can message me and ask me any questions you like. Chloe Jarman just coming to you for general. So just going to see what we need to know there with you. Chloe, there's a little bit of healing happening around you. The first color I see with you is green, very strongly. So that's always healing for me. That represents Raphael for me. So he has his emerald green shower and things like that, washing off residual energy. So I feel like there's a little bit of need for you to do that at the moment. The reason I put the cards back in, by way of explanation, is my intention is for Spirit to draw the card and put it face up. So if it's face up, I grab it. If it's face down, I don't worry about it. So in case you're wondering, some people ask that question. Okay, so Chloe Jarman, general. So just going to come in here and do some cards for you. But have a think about what I was talking about with the healing. So you may need to call on Raphael. You may need to specifically do that. All the healing's already happening and you've already made the request. But it's confirmation. Definitely seeing the green around you. Raphael is the master healer. Whenever I see green, that's where I go to the healing. Yes, yes. Wow, green. Amazing. Good confirmation. Spirit's doing an amazing job, as they always do. Solar plexus chakra. So that's where we hold fear-based energies. So there's a little bit of healing happening in that part of our body. That can be with cutting cords as well. That's our power and control center. So taking back power, but also disconnecting from fear-based energies and emotions. Now, it is speaking more to the fear-based energies and emotions for me and taking back power because of the crystals in the present. So that's figuring out what crystals are best for us at the moment. With regard to you, I'm feeling citrine, which is connecting into solar plexus, but also particularly heart for me. So I feel like compassion. My heart is actually hurting a little bit. So have a think about that for you. What does that mean for you as I say that? So using that rose quartz, for heart space. Malachite is also a really good one. That's the green, connecting into heart space. But I feel like even the rose quartz, because it's nice and soft, and also citrine for solar plexus. So they're the two areas where most of interest with you. Now, the green is interesting. So I'm talking about Raphael. You can also use Raphael to clear up anything around that in terms of the healing part of this. But the green is there as well. So vegetarian, vegan, that's a plant-based diet. That's raising vibrations moving forward. So keeping those vibrations high actually wards off any negative energies, entities, that sort of thing. And that's what we're talking about in that solar plexus. Fear-based emotions, they're lower vibrational, and that's raising our vibration. So we're coming out of that. Yeah. So moving forward, more plant-based. So that's perfect. Chloe, I hope that makes sense for you. Scott Every deserves a card because Scott told me, can't hear. Michelle, you haven't got your audio on, haven't got your sound on, which is great. I really appreciate that, Scott. You're on the ball always. So I'm just going to pop those down there. Scott, I'm just going to draw a card for you. I've got my relationship cards here, and I feel like they might be appropriate. So, Scott, I'm just going to draw a card for you, mate, for letting me know about my audio not being on. So thank you. Really appreciate that. So thank you to everyone who's watching tonight. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. Feeling unsettled. Tracy's feeling unsettled. Ooh, Tracy, that's exciting. Very, very exciting. Now, I'm just looking through at who I've written down so far. Tracy Ferguson. There's a few Tracys online tonight. Just making sure that I'm getting the right Tracys. Feeling unsettled. Tracy Lancaster, I feel like you need some guidance, my friend. So I'm going to pop you down on my list. Feeling unsettled, like something big but good is about to take place. That's a great one. I love that. Good coming. Let's have a look at that for Tracy. Emma Robbins, hello. Rhonda Hills, looking on my page at the moment. Michelle R. Price, the light worker. Where am I heading? Where on earth am I heading? Wendy Harvey, yes. Reading health tests this week. Health test this week. Wendy, I'm just going to come into your energy for sure. So I'm just popping you on my little list here. Health, and we're asking about tests being done. Tests this week. Let's have a look at that for Wendy. Wendy, you are very persistent, and I love your work, so thank you, because I know last week we didn't get to you. So this week I want to make sure that I do that. Just drawing on my table at the moment. Scott Every, let me come to you. That's some relationship cards here for Scott. So I'm just going to close my eyes for a moment. Chloe, that is no problem, my friend. That is no problem. Thank you, Trees. Oh, Trees, you're fabulous. Love that. Thank you for sharing, my love. So thank you for watching. I've got readings, healings that I do. I do mentorship. I do group bookings. If you want to do a girls' weekend away and you want a reader to come along, I do that as well if you're on the sunny coast or southeast Queensland. There's a link in this post with my video, and you can click on that and hit book now, and you can check my availability. I do readings on their own, healings on their own, and also reading healing combo, which is a good one. It's nice and relaxing. And I'm a pranic energy and Reiki practitioner as well. Scott Every, just coming into your energy, just going to see, holy white man, cards going everywhere. I need to focus. I need to pay attention. I'm doing too many things at once. Scott, just going to come into your energy and just see what we need to know there. Whoops. Now, that one came out twice, Scott, Angel of Friendship. So I feel like that's super important at the moment. I want to have a look at that for you. That's an 8, also similar to like an infinity symbol, things going on forever and ever. So Angel of Friendship is number 1. Let's see what that is for Scott. I might just do that one. Yeah. So Angel of Friendship, Scott, just going to come to that for you. Scott, what I want to say is water under the bridge, and I feel like what's come before I want to put behind me. So not living in the past, not dwelling, not repeating things over and over in my head. What's come before, I feel like I want to have that as water under the bridge, and we're moving forward always, yeah? Forming new connections, more positive. So someone who's lifting us up. I feel like, you know, really going through and culling people who don't serve our greatest good and highest purpose, and then trying to welcome new energy in. So raising your vibrations a little bit, new energy, and then leaving what's come before, you know, in the past. So water under the bridge is what I want to say. Friendship, really important. Let me just check if there's anything else. Laughter, you know, you may have seen on my page, I put up a photo of myself with some of my former colleagues, and we're laughing our guts out, we're having the best time. It's really good to do that. It feels good to have a belly laugh. I feel like you really need that, you know, raising the vibrations for you, Scott. So hopefully that makes sense. So friendship is your card. Zena Ann is in Yabsley, is in South Australia. So Zena Ann, I'm just going to come to you now. I think I'll use my fairies for Zena Ann, Yabsley. So Zena Ann, just going to come to you. Now I do have my kids cards, people. So if you have children watching, please let them know, and they can. I can draw some cards for them. So if you've got kids there, preferably when my eyes are open. Rebecca, wow, you have a lot of names. O'Brien, Nee, Mab. Is there anything that my angels want me to know? Rebecca, beautiful. Thank you so much. Nick Starr, love some guidance, please, and thank you. Nick, I just want to draw a card for you. And now it's not to say that I won't come back to the other people that I've skipped, but just copy and paste your comment and repost. I'll just come to people as Spirit draws me to them. Wendy, no problem at all. We'll get you done and dusted. Seam blocked. That's Arlene Johnson on my page, watching on my page. So I cross-post onto my page as well. Move forward, seam blocked. A bit of a block going on. How do we move forward for Arlene? If you have health questions, fabulous. Throw them my way. I love that. Luna Joy, kids are excited. Yay! Yay! Hi, Kim. Thank you, everyone who is watching. It is time out of your life, so I really appreciate everyone who tunes in. Zena Ann, just coming to you from South Australia. Just going to see what I feel in your energy for a second. Zena, I actually feel a bit excited. I do have a little bit of a heaviness in my chest, a bit of a pain or pressure or something like that. But at the same time, I've got excited energy. I feel quite excited. Maybe that's adrenaline. Something going on with the adrenaline, but I feel excited. Yeah, Zena Ann, yeah. There's something about a shopping trip, something upcoming, shopping trip, something like that. So have a think about that. It's good to have something to look forward to. This could be something that's happened, but I feel like there's a shopping trip and I'm excited about that. Could be Christmas shopping, something like, I don't know if you get excited about that, but it does feel a little like that. Maybe Christmas shopping, something along those lines, Zena Ann. Just going to draw some cards. Whoa, just going to draw some cards. Now that one just flipped upside down. You did see that. It's amazing, hey? Affirmations. So that is our positive mantras, things that lift our energy, and also our feelings of positivity, our feelings for ourselves as well. So it's sometimes tricking the subconscious into believing that, you know, we truly believe this. New way of thinking. It's also aligning thoughts, words, and actions as well. So Zena and Yabsley from South Australia, just going to draw a couple more cards. These are from my fairy deck, which is Drawing Virtue. So just going to see what they are. Oh, these are good. These are good. Now, very similar, very similar. They often have a little theme. Now, healing, healed, healer. That's usually an indication that there's some healing happening in your life around you at the moment. That's in the present, but also an indication that you have healing abilities. So it can be both. So we'll have a look at that. So affirmations, number one, lifting your energy, lifting your vibrations, your feelings about yourself, more positive. And then assertiveness, amazing. So that is standing in your power, telling people how it is, not being afraid to do that, but coming in from heart space. So it's not really aggressive, but more assertive. So it's like asserting your authority. So that's a bit about boundaries sometimes, standing up for yourself more, putting yourself first, really important. Bottom of the deck is that one. You've got the power. So it's time to take charge. Power center is solar plexus. So it's about taking back the power, using positive affirmations, and then in the future, looking at assertiveness, being a bit more assertive in conversations. But there is some healing. It is healing as opposed to healing happening at the moment on you. So let me just see what the overall message is for Zena and Yabsley. And feel free to give me feedback. I'd love to know if I'm on track or not. Zena Ann, what's the overall? Yeah. Zena, and what I want to do, I feel like I want to put everything in a pot. So I feel like it's like all different things, like skills or something like that. And I feel like I sort of want to combine all of that now. So I feel like I'm putting it in a pot and giving it a stir. It's like a big brew. So whatever you've learned, I feel like we can combine all of those things. So whether you're like doing some side hustles, things on the side, you know, and bringing that into your main focus or main job. But I feel like combining all of the skills, all the things I've learned, putting it all together in a pot and giving it a stir. So nice brew. So hopefully that makes sense. In the present, there's a bit of healing happening with you in South Australia. Kerry Addison is after some general. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look here. Oh, Kim, wow. Wow. Yeah, okay, Kim, that's a good one. Let me come to you, my friend, because that is full on to deal with. So, fighting cancer, gone into remission. Well, congratulations on the remission. Let's see what we need to know. Now, I don't have my big crystal deck. I will just grab the crystal deck because that's really good for health. So excuse me while I wander over here, but I want to grab this crystal deck and have a really good look through that for Kim. So Kim, you're on my list. Don't go anywhere. And for those people who I have mentioned, please stick around so that I can get some nice feedback from you. Kerry Addison is after some generals. I'm going to go to Goddess Guidance over here. I'll put my fairies back there. Now, anyone around career, I do a lot of career readings, business readings, things like that as well. So if you have any readings around that you need guidance around, please reach out, and I'm more than happy to look at that for you. Career, at the moment I'm just doing general for Kerry Addison, then I'm coming to Jess, Luna Joy and her 2 little kitties. Shakti Sirius is feeling a bit tired and moody. Then I've got some mediumship going on, so if there's someone in particular, hello my darling, hi Becca. If there's someone in particular that you want to communicate with, Jess Sofiak, yes you are on my list, my friend, you are. Because you said pick me and I loved it. So Jess, you are coming up. Sophie, Adam, Mark Robinson, I'm doing mediumship for those guys. If there's anyone else, let me know. Be specific, please, and I can connect to those people for you. Kimberly, yay! Love to know if I can soon pursue my life purpose. Kimberly, love that. Now, I did promise to do a little reading for Kimberly because she jumped into our group reading and the girls read for her and she's like, oh, I wanted you to read for me. So I'm going to put Kimberly down. Opportunity through my life purpose. Kimberly, that's a great question. Love that. Oh, lots of the career questions. That's great. I've had an opportunity, would love to know if I can pursue my life purpose. Opportunity, awesome. I'll probably forget what the meaning of that is when I get there, but Kimberly, you can remind me. Kerry Addison, coming to general for Kerry Addison. So just going to connect in there. I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. So if you are tuning in, I will have my eyes shut. I'm clairvoyant, so I do see through my third eye. So I will just shut my eyes, but I will come to you in a moment when I open my eyes again. All right, so Kerry Addison, just general, just coming to Kerry Addison just to see what we need to mention there. Kerry, I'm in my head a little bit with you. So I feel like just to say first and foremost to come down into heart space, into feeling again, use your intuition. I am in my head a little bit with you. Quite busy up there. May even serve to have a God box or something, be able to put your concerns, queries, things in the little box and put the lid on it. So I do feel quite busy in my head. There's a lot of pressure up there. This is for Kerry Addison. I just dropped the cards on the table. All right, so I'm going to draw some cards for Kerry. Kerry, I just want to say care as well. Now, sometimes Spirit gives me this, and it's quite handy having Facebook because they've got that funny little emoji with his hands out and he's got the love heart. So what I want to say is care. When they show me care, it's like care for yourself. That means a little bit sensitive at the moment, being aware that, you know, loud voices, public places, you know, food that isn't good for us could set us off. So really just be aware of that at the moment with your sensitivities. And I feel like it's a little care card that I'm looking at the moment. Now, oh, wow, that's amazing. Now, start delegating is, you know, getting others to help you out. So sometimes we try to do everything ourselves. This is past into present, but that means that we're starting to realize that you get sick of it. Eventually you're like, you know, I'm just overdoing it all myself and I need help. So that's what I feel like that is. That's you doing that and getting the message. So start delegating. Now, this is amazing confirmation of what I was just talking about. I really feel that for you. That is about sensitivity. So quiet time, I was just saying, you know, loud noises, being around people that, you know, are loud and annoying, having food around you that's full of chemicals or preservatives or any of those things, it can set you off. So very sensitive at the moment. This is amazing confirmation of what I was just talking about, so I don't have to go into that too much. Now, Mother Earth and Golden Opportunity, that's about sustainability. They both had to come out. Sustainability and a great opportunity to be able to do more with that. So that could be around, you know, building a sustainable home, working for the Environment Department, any of those sorts of things that are great opportunity coming forward, and that's to do with connecting into Mother Earth. So potentially something more sustainable around protecting the environment, that sort of thing. So that's coming for you. Amazing, amazing. Jess Sofiak, pick me, pick me. We're just coming to Jess now. Love you, Jess. Love your attitude. Amazing. Jess, I'm going to come to these Whispers of Healing for you because I just adore you. I think you're fabulous. Pick me. Love it. Whispers of Healing for Jess. Just going to grab these ones. Now, they're a very big deck, and I do have a little bit of trouble shuffling these. After Jess, I'm coming to Luna Joy. I'm then coming to Shakti Sirius, Tracy Ferguson. Oh, we're doing mediumship then. Then some Tracy Ferguson, Tracy Lancaster, Wendy Harvey, Nick Starr, Arlene Johnson, Kim Jo Compson, and Kimberly Ebert. I probably ended up saying your name right. Ebert. Yes, so coming to you in that order. So stick around, give me some feedback. I love that. If you want to book a one-on-one, there's a link in this post and you can come to me that way and check my availabilities and all of that. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Laura Lee Sweeney, love that. I'm just going to pop you down on my list. Beautiful. Laura Lee Sweeney. Any messages for Laura Lee? Messages coming through. Let me pop you on my list. Awesome. All right, so Jess Sofiak, we are coming to you now. Kim was asking around health. Kim, I may just put mum next to you and I'll pop you up in the mediumship area of my list. So just going to move Kim up a little bit. And we'll see if mum has any messages around health for you. Beautiful. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate that. Monday evening, you're taking time out of your busy schedule to watch me. So I do my best to come to as many people as possible each week. And I don't like anyone to miss out. So I will almost always every week give away a free reading. So I do give away a free 30-minute reading pretty much every week. So I'll either private message you or I'll mention your name in the post. So it is a good idea to hang around till the end because you may secure that free reading. And I do that because it's just something that I like to do. It's good to give back. And it's all energy. So it all comes back to me anyway. Jess Sofiak, pick me. Just going to come to you. Wow, feeling spirit around. Wowee. Jess, you got some spirit beings around you. Loved ones. That's beautiful. Jess, just going to come into your energy now. And so what we need to do. Jess, what I feel around you is organic. So organic fruit, veg, all of that sort of stuff. I feel like there's a bit of a shift with you, and it does feel quite clean. So that's, a bit of a detox or something going on, but I just feel organic. It does feel quite pure, and I'm really aware of that and how that makes me feel, how the food makes me feel. Now, these cards are so beautiful. I'm in love with them. These are my whispers of healing. So just going to see what comes out for Jess Sofiak. I had used these, I think, when I was doing the group readings with Becca and Belinda. If you haven't watched that, you should watch it back. It's on my page, Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker. So much fun. We've got a lot of really cool things coming up. I've got some static card readings each week. We've got group life readings with my mentorship group clients. So yeah, it's really, really fun. So jump on my page and hit like. And I've also got a little private group we do a bunch of things in as well. Okay, so Jess Sofiak, ruminate. So you can see there she's got the flute. Now, I play the flute. The flute is an amazing instrument because it actually cleans out all of our chakras. So it's actually very, very good at cleaning us out top to bottom. So all the major chakras. You can see the big cone shell over here. Whoops, over here. Where am I? So there's a lot of magic in this card as well. So it's about vibration, and it's about clearing out all of your chakras and getting everything back into balance. It's a very spring-like card there as well, which is the month at the moment. So we're in spring. So that's great. Now, next we've got grateful. Now, gratitude is about sometimes manifesting. So when we're giving gratitude, it's appreciating what we have, and that is that we're trying to sometimes bring something else in. So giving gratitude in the moment so we can bring through all the beautiful things we desire. So gratitude in the present. Moving forward, a little bit of healing. It's a very colorful card, that one. So receiving a little bit of healing, really important. So that's moving forward. That could be an indication of healing things that have come before. Not really sure. I'll have a look at that for you. And then committing to happiness. So it feels like really making a decision. It's not, we're chasing happiness. It's not happiness is around the corner. It is commit. So it feels like a choice. Like it actually feels like a choice. So sometimes we can choose to be pessimistic, but this is choosing to be happiness and committing to that. So it's like waking up in the morning and having that beautiful saying, you wake up and you're like, my day is going to be so full of joy. I love myself. I'm happy. All of that sort of stuff. It's like make a commitment to that and stick to it, the course. So just going to see what the overall message is for Jess Sofiak out of all of those. What do we need to know overall? Yeah. Jess, what I want to say, and I did say something earlier to someone else similar, but it's follow your heart's true desires. And I feel like at the end of that, we don't always know what it's going to look like, but oh my God, she looks pretty happy. That's the happiness card. She looks pretty okay. So we don't always have to know. And I feel like sometimes that can be paralyzing. So it's like, I would love that. I would love the rainbows. I'd love the happiness. I'd love all of those things. But it can be a bit paralyzing when we're like, I don't know what it's going to look like. So I feel like for you, there's a little bit of trust with the unknown. So just commit to it in the moment and then allow everything to come. But what we need to do is give gratitude, but also appreciation. I like appreciation as well. We don't have an expectation with it, but it's be grateful for what's around you at the moment, and then more good things are coming. But I feel like with you, I have to let go of the outcome of what that's going to look like a little bit, if that makes sense, and then allow those things to come. Yeah, so hopefully that makes sense. Luna Joy, we've got a couple of kids. We've got our kids' wellbeing cards. Now, guys, if you are watching, these are my children's wellbeing cards. They are amazing. I do use them with some of my children child clients. So I do see families with kids, and They are just gorgeous. Now, we can use them for kids. We can also use them for an inner child. So an adult can use these cards as well. And they're Dr. Maxine Therese. And they're published by Rockpool. We can actually get them in a lot of bookstores. So if you have a look around in your bookstores locally, if you don't want to order them online, you can actually get them in a lot of bookstores, I'm told. So that's another way of getting them. I usually say to go to Rockpool, but you can get them physically in bookstores. Luna Joy, a couple of kids watching. Hello, children. Nice to see you. Good that you can tune in tonight. As I said, you may have heard me say, Joy is my cat's name, and she's a little healer cat. She's amazing. Little black and white cat. She's a healer. Now, I'm just going to draw for both of you, so hopefully you'll be able to sort this out with yourselves. You know yourselves pretty well, and Mum can probably explain a bit of this as well. So just going to see what comes out, but my intention is to read for both of you at the same time. And these are the two kitties sitting watching with Luna. Okay, so I've got to grab that one because that one was flipping out all over the place. So sometimes you might see the cards sort of leap and jump and turn upside down. And I like to see the ones when they turn upside down. If they fall on the table and they're face down, I don't look at them. Not suggesting there's anything wrong with that. So another one did just land face up then, so that's great. And yes, and that's when I look at them if they're face up. So what we've got is some very interesting cards here. They are little boys that I'm looking at on the card in particular. Now, one of these cards is connecting into crown space. So all of these, and if you talk to Mum, she'll be able to explain what that is. But all of these cards relate to particular parts of your body. So there's two that are very, very similar here, Mum. So you may be able to explain to the kids what this is. Now, this is crown space, and this is imagination. So superhero, if I dream it, I can do it. Now, what's really cool about this, and it is a little boy, but if I can dream it, I can do it. It means that basically whatever you dream, whatever you see in your mind's eye, so that's your imagination. Sometimes Mummy might say, can you imagine, you know, what you looked like yesterday in that suit that you wore, or, you know, little dance costume or whatever it is, you know, can you imagine that? Picture that in your mind's eye. If I can dream it, I can do it. So if it's in your dreams, it means you can make it a real thing, yeah, reality. So superhero, that's connecting into crown, which is all up here, all on the top of your head. I am safe. Now the next two are relating to the same body parts. It's a little boy as well. So I am safe. So that's root chakra. And that's your foundation, what we call the foundation. So out of all the chakras in your body, and Mummy might be able to explain this better, but the bottom chakra, it's the first chakra, is this one. And when that's okay, we actually feel pretty safe and secure. So that's in the present, and that is you having your needs met. So I'm worth it, you know, I'm worth it. If I'm hungry, you know, I deserve to be fed. If I'm thirsty, I deserve to have a drink. So that's having your basic needs met. Yeah, I'm safe, and that's in the present. And the third one is the same body part. So I'm secure, so safe and secure. So sometimes we need a reminder of that. You know, sometimes we need a reminder that we are being taken care of. Our family is safe. Sometimes it's a concern about our family and stuff like that. You can also see the tree has a lot of foliage on it. It's all bright red and beautiful, and there's bits and pieces on the ground of the red, and there's a little egg in the tree, in the little nest. And then we've got the birds, they've hatched, and there's a bit of snow on the ground. There's a little girl and a little boy there, and all the leaves have fallen off the tree. So that's winter. Now, what we say about winter is it's also a time when we want to sleep more. So it's almost like a hibernation. So we want to sleep a little bit, you know. So moving forward, we might need a little bit more sleep, a little bit more rest. We might feel tired. But the earth supports my growth. There's a little bit about grounding. So that means getting out on the grass with your bare feet, standing on the grass, and then imagining, like that tree there, that you've got little tree roots coming out of your feet, and that's grounding into Mother Earth for you. So that's pretty cool, and that's a fun thing that I do every single day, and I sometimes do that in between my readings. I get out on Mother Earth, and that's really cool on the grass when I say that, and take my shoes and socks off and just stand there and imagine those tree roots coming through. So highly encourage you guys to do that. So that's for the two kitties, Shakti, so Luna. Hopefully that makes sense for both of your little kitties that are watching there at home. Anyone else who has children watching, please let me know. Please let me know. Hi, Nathan. Hello. I think this is the first time Nathan's ever watched. Wow. Nathan, I've got you on my list, and I'll do my best to come to you. Nathan, Abby is watching. And I don't think I've ever done a card reading for you, Nathan, so that's a new thing. Wonderful. Shakti Sirius, Tight and Moody. Let me come to those big crystal cards. Shakti Sirius. Now, who else is watching tonight? Hello, everyone who's watching. Don't forget to stay on till the end. I know, how cute are the kids' cards, exactly. Stay on till the end because I will give away a free reading each week. So that is something that's really important for me to do. If you want to book a one-on-one reading healing combo or otherwise, I also do house clearings and things like that, paranormal work, then please click the link associated with this video and you can hit book now and check my availability. I generally announce the person I'm doing a free reading for. It's usually someone I can't get to and I really wanted to, but that's what I generally do. So I like to do that and give back a little bit. So stay on till the end so you don't miss out, just in case it's you. Shakti Sirius, a little tired and moody. Let me just come into your energy, Shakti. Shakti, I'm up in my head with you a lot, similar to what I said for someone before, quite up in my head. So I feel like I'm overthinking things. I feel like maybe to put a God box together, like I said to the other person, little lid, you know, put all your concerns, thoughts down, whatever's going through your mind, put it in the box and shut the lid, because I feel like I've got a lot going on in my head at the moment, and I just feel very involved in it. I feel like I kind of, sometimes I say to people, you know, like the eagle soar above it. So I feel like coming out, getting a wider perspective, and taking myself away from it, because it just feels like I'm too close to a lot of stuff at the moment, and it's quite a bit of pressure on my head. Yeah. Just going to draw some cards. Whoops, a couple fell out with their face down. Just going to draw some cards for you, Shakti. Tired and moody. The other thing that I want to say with you, Shakti, is I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends, and I feel like I need to listen to my body a little bit more. Remember the lunar cycles? We follow the lunar cycle. We often call our menstruation the moon cycle. So just remember that we are governed by the moon, and also the position of the planets, astrology. So just remember that, because I feel like you need to take that into account a little bit more with regard to your own body. So really listening to that. Ah, these are gorgeous. Wow. Shakti, number one is creativity. That's connecting into sacral womb space, and fire agate. It's beautiful. You can see it all firing there. So that's coming up from root chakra into sacral and really creating. So new ideas, new projects, that's passed into now, which is wonderful. Now that was upside down. All of these cards are upside down, and that's not by accident. Fertility is in the present. That's the ideas flowing. So fertility can be, you know, pregnancy, conception, that sort of thing. These are both womb space. So creativity and also fertility. So connecting into womb space again, but that's upside down as well. So we need to have a look at that. That means some work to be done in that area. And that one's upside down too. So Mother Earth, feminine compassion, sustainability, environment, all of those sorts of things, but also grounding moving forward. So doing that grounding, remember to connect what I was saying with the little kids that were watching with Luna. So Mother Earth is grounding moving forward. Let me just see what your overall message is, Shakti, and then I'm going to come to Sophie Adam, and we're going to ask around that. Oh, that could be around the feeling tired. Okay. So Shakti, what I feel to say, you're asking about, you know, tired and moody. I feel like you need to get outdoors and smell the flowers again. So if you've got herbs in your garden, things like that, go out, grab some, grab a handful, rub them between your fingers, really give them a good smell. Because I feel like I'm not entirely in reality at the moment. So it's like sometimes we can get so cut off from nature that we do feel kind of, you know, distant. We do lose our energy. We can borrow energy from nature. There's prana in the air, in the earth, in the plants. So it's really important for you to get out into nature and just ask for a little bit of that, you know, touch the trees, really connect to the earth, put your hands on the ground, you know, all of that sort of stuff. But smelling brings you back to the present. I feel like that's where we want to go with you to connect. The tired and moody part of it, we're going to sort that out by getting on the grass bare feet, like we were talking to Luna Joy's kids about. And making sure that we're connecting back into Mother Earth and recharging our batteries, essentially. That's what we want to do. All right, so I'm going to do some mediumship. Sophie Adam, who wanted to connect to Mum. And then we've got Marg Robinson at the moment. And Kim wanted to connect to Mum as well. Fire, amazing. Hi, Laura Lee. Yes, yes. Overthinking. Yeah, so she agrees. Great. Elsie, yes, you're on my list. Elsie's on my list. Card. Beautiful, Catherine. Thank you for watching. Becky, beautiful. Catherine, hello. Amanda Stevens, beautiful. After some guidance. Amanda, did I put you on my list already? Sounds familiar. No, okay, no. Amanda Stevens, you're going on my list. After some guidance. Thank you for all the beautiful stars. I love stars. All right, so I'm going to do some mediumship. So I'm going to close my eyes. Oh, Lisa, I had to go to the toilet. Oh, I love you. Love you. Lisa, you're going on a list for that. I love that. Lisa's very honest, everyone. Lisa had to go to the loo and she is back. Lisa, you are going on my list for going to the toilet. I think that is fabulous. Well done. Love, love, love. So Lou, hello. Now, if you want any guidance in particular, let me know. Otherwise, you've just gone down as general. Okay, so back to mediumship. Sophie Adam, connecting into Mum. Carrie Addison. Yep, good. That makes sense. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sophie Adam, just going to connect to Mum over here. All right, so over here, yeah. Sophie, what I feel first of all, and I have said this a little bit tonight, but it's pressure on my head. So I don't know about the overthinking, but this is mum's energy. But there's pressure on my head. So sometimes the first thing I feel is what they felt when they passed, you know, before they passed, lead up to their passing, that sort of thing. But I feel pressure on my head at the moment, so I just wanted to mention that. What I also want to say is brief. So the best way that I can interpret that is, you know, sort of not like necessarily a long lead up, yeah, to passing. It's like brief, and then, you know, pass. So brief is what I want to say. I also want to say white, is it white? And thank you. So I feel like this is reference to the funeral or something like that, but I feel like there's something about white. So I don't know if it's like the white coffin or a white curtain or a white, you know, satin sheet or what that is, but it's like, I feel like there's a reference to white and then thank you. So there's a thank you. It does feel like it's relating into, is it a wedding or something? It feels like there's a tribute, some sort of tribute, but white. Could be a wedding. So I have a think about that. That's probably going to make sense to you, but the white connection and then thank you, that does make me feel like maybe a wedding or something as well, but it's a thank you. So it feels like paying tribute or something like that. So I have a think about what that means. So just going to draw some cards here too, and I'll see if there's anything else coming through. I just want to say with you, being patient, it feels like being patient. So being patient with yourself, having patience with yourself. You know, if you need to make a decision or something like that, just slow down, take your time. But I feel like patience at the moment, just waiting, yeah, playing the waiting game, yeah. I also feel like I'm looking over the fence. So it feels like neighbors, you know, connecting with neighbors, asking for help, whatever it is. But I feel like, you know, connecting with neighbors. So I'm looking over the fence. Oops. So just going to pick up all my cards that I just dropped on the table. Okay, good. Now, support is passed into present. So that's usually around, you know, a prayer, asking for extra support, going through a loss, grieving, all those sorts of things. So that's really important, passed into now. Hobbies is in the present. Now, that is doing what makes us, you know, it gives us a bit of an outlet, makes us feel good. So whether it's surfing, yoga, paddleboarding, you know, whatever it is, it's like having that little outlet and doing more of it. So finding a little niche, that thing that makes us really happy and switches us on. And it raises your vibrations. Now, the other thing that raises vibrations is that. Now, that one's upside down, so that shows me there's a bit of work to be done in that area to turn that around. But dietary change, and that's upside down. Okay, so we're doing a bit of work on that. That's about raising vibrations, more plant-based food for you, and organic, you know, watching for chemicals, pesticides, you know, all that sort of stuff. That one's upside down. So hopefully that makes sense, Sophie. Now, Mark, I'm just going to come to you. Dad passed 4 months ago, so just going to come to you. I'm using the same cards, so I do use these when I'm doing the lives for mediumship because they allow me to connect pretty quickly. When I'm doing one-on-ones, I use a bunch of different cards, so I don't always use the butterflies, but it does allow me to connect quickly. Who have I got here watching? Who have I got? Hello, everyone. 51 people watching at the moment. Thank you, everyone who is tuning in. Bree, Rhonda on my page. Catherine Hill's watching there as well, one of my mentorship clients. Mum's birthday. Okay, yay. Lucky I scrolled up there. I was looking for someone else to do some mediumship around. Gay Marie Johanna. Mediumship, my mum's birthday is tomorrow. Any messages? Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm coming to you, so stay tuned. It will be very quick. You're lucky with mediumship because you get to jump the queue a little bit. Mum's birthday tomorrow. So Gay, just going to come to you, so just hold tight there. Mark Robinson, Dad passed 4 months ago. Just going to come to Mark Robinson's dad at the moment. Then Kim Jo Cumson, who was asking about connecting to her mum, and she's been going through a bit of a health battle. And then we'll come back to Gay Marie Johanna, and then the other cards. We'll get through all the other card readings. All right, so just going to connect into Mark Robinson, Dad passed. Yeah. Mark, what I want to say is I feel like Dad's showing me like a red ribbon or something. It feels like a finish line. It feels like, you know, at the end of a marathon or some big effort that you put together, you know, whether it's a running race or some sort of event. But I feel like I'm crossing the finish line, and it feels like this, like a bit of a goal or something. And he's showing me a finish line, the ribbon, you know, you go through it and you sort of pull it with you. So it feels like that. So whether there's something that you've got, you know, on your bucket list you really want to do, it feels like doing that, you know, setting my mind to that, and then pulling that off, but I feel like having that as my goal. So it feels like I'm going towards the finish line, which is really good. It can also indicate that things are coming to fruition, so things you've been waiting for, stuff like that. We're approaching the finish line with regard to that. Oh, okay. Funny. What I'm looking at is weeding. I feel like sometimes I'll just bring me to really simple things around the house and stuff like that as a bit of validation or confirmation, but I feel like I would like to get in there and pull a few weeds out. That's actually really cathartic as well. It's actually very healing for us when we do that around the yard. It's like cleaning up the cupboards, you know, spring cleaning, but I feel like pulling a few weeds out from the garden. Yeah. With a heavy heart, so there's still a bit of heaviness in my heart here, so just passing that on and feeling, you know, for you as well. So heavy heart, it hasn't been long. Heavy heart is what I want to say. Yeah. Just going to draw some cards. There's something about a belated birthday or something like that. It does feel like some sort of celebration, anniversary, something like that. So belated birthday is usually like I haven't been able to wish you happy birthday on time or something. So just have a think about that if that makes sense for you, but it's belated. And usually you'd say belated around birthdays. You know, if I wasn't there for your birthday, I'll miss it, that sort of thing. So just have a think about that for you. Now we have one card that's upside down here. Oh, amazing, amazing. Heavenly signs, number one. So often butterflies are that for our loved ones. So it's like when you see the butterfly or the winged creatures, you know, who pops into your mind. So Dad's indicating the butterflies for him, or winged creatures. Now, welcome the new is in the present, so that's moving forward. You know, obviously processing the grief and everything I've got to do, but also welcome what's coming. So it feels like there's some exciting things coming for you. Now, this one's upside down, so it will require a little bit more energy and focus for that, but that's motivation that comes in from our root chakra, passion, fire, motivation. So what we're doing moving forward is a little bit getting this mojo back, if you like, a bit of mojo back. So motivation moving forward. Mark, hopefully that makes sense for you. Now, we are coming down to Kim Jacomson. She's in remission from cancer and wanted a quick chat with Mum. So Kim, your turn is now. I have a bunch of people written down for just card readings to do as well. So we're going to come to all of you. You are definitely on my list. I'm just going to scroll down. Troll alert. Thank you. I'm just going to block. Sorry guys, just have to go through the process of blocking. Beautiful. Thank you for giving me the heads up. So if you are on here and you are trolling, then I will report you and block you. So it's up to you if you want that to happen, but that's what I do. Thank you for the heads up, guys. You can actually block and get rid of those people as well if you feel to do that. But yes, I have just reported that person. All right, so Kim, just going to come to Mum for you, my love. And we're in cancer remission at the moment, so just going to come to Mum. Kim, what Mum's indicating at the moment, very quickly, is the diet or food changing. So what she's talking about is change with eating habits. So changing eating habits. So I'm sure you've already done that, but I feel like to stick to the plan. If there's a particular thing around, you know, the doctors are recommending this and the other thing, I feel like stick to that as much as you can. Really important, especially to allay your fears, because you were talking about the fear of, you know, heading down the same path with health and that sort of thing as a family. So I feel like eating is really a big part of this. Yeah. Also de-stressing, so making sure you've got an outlet to release, so you don't become a bit of a pressure cooker. Kim, I also want to mention, it feels like she's talking about the fence, like lock the fence, lock the gate, something like that. So whether like the cat, the dog, someone like that's been getting out, but I feel like I want to lock the gate, lock the fence. So security around my perimeter, or it could be crime, but just be aware of that. So that's what she's passing on around the fence, gate, that sort of thing, yeah. Security, she's talking about security. So just watch that. Maybe you get some security cameras, something like that, but she's talking about locking up, so I don't feel like leaving anything unlocked. And she's talking about the gate. So whether there's like side access or something, there's a little bit of a heads up for you with regard to that. So making sure that we're checking security is really important from what she's saying at the moment. Not to give you any concerns unnecessarily, But they do help us out with things like that. Wow, amazing. Kim, we've got some good things coming. Now, finances, that's been a bit tricky, past into now, so that's where we've come from. Now, what's good news, though, is upside down, but windfall. So we've got finances and windfall, which is amazing. I'm just going to put it over there so you can sort of see. Now, the windfall's upside down, so there's a little bit of trust and faith there. Now, what I want you to do is let go of and allow mum to provide, because they do. Our loved ones do provide from the other side. So that means we're clawing back whatever we've lost here, whatever we spent, whether it's around treatment, medications, food, change, all of that stuff. There's a windfall coming, but we need to trust that. So I feel to put that to mum, mum, can you help me out with the finances? Let it go. And allow it to come back to you, because there's a little bit of trust with that. Body changes. Now that is around diet, and we just spoke about that. Bottom of the deck is realizations and epiphanies as well. So things are starting to make sense. It's the penny's starting to drop is what I want to say there. Body changes around diet. So mum spoke about making sure you're focusing on what you're eating, how you feel, really focusing on, connecting to the body at the moment. So tuning into that, which I'm sure you would have with what you've been through, Kim. You're an amazing woman, very, very brave to go through what you're going through. Okay, thank you, Kim. Now, Gay Marie Johanna, mum's birthday tomorrow. Going to connect to Gay now. Rebel, hello. Wow. Rebel Kim Davidson, just putting you on my list. Rebel Kim Davidson. Rebel's watching on my page, Michelle R. Price, the Lightworker. You can see the logo up on my screen. Anxiety and tired. So we don't have a lot of time left, but I'm going to pop you down, and I do give away a free reading each week, so stay tuned. If I have mentioned your name, I've got Gay Marie Johanna at the moment, then I've got Tracy, Wendy, Nick, Arlene, Kimberly, Lauralee, Nathan, Elsie, Amanda, Lisa and Rebel. So I did start a little bit later, so I'll go a bit over, but yeah, just going to come to Gay Marie Johanna at the moment. Mum's birthday tomorrow. And then the other guys that I've mentioned. So, Gay Marie Johanna, mum's birthday tomorrow. Let me just connect over here. Oh, beautiful. Gay Marie, it's interesting what I was saying before about the birthday, hey? And I wonder if I was skipping ahead a little bit because I was talking about the birthday with the last reading, and sometimes your loved ones come through and they start to talk to me early. But I feel to say I'm seeing the birthday cake and the candles, and it does remind me a little bit of the last message. So hopefully that made sense for the previous lady, which is Kim. Otherwise, it's for you. So I'm seeing the birthday cake and the candles, and I feel like I've got my little hat on. Beautiful. Yeah, it's reflecting in my glasses, which is lovely. Yeah. Oops. Very, very pleased. Now, sentimental feelings relates to our feelings between family, loved ones. When we have, something that's sentimental to us, we can't let go of it. And that's the feeling as well. New exercise programs in the present. They love to do that because I'm a healer. They love to bring out the exercise, the diet, all those sorts of things, Gay Marie. So amazing. Let me just see what else Mum wants to talk about. Mum's got beautiful, soft, nurturing energy, very compassionate, very mother-like, very feminine, all of those things. So I just feel very, very soft with your mum. Yeah. I like a joke. I don't mind having a laugh as well, I want to say. So quite smiley. Like to have a bit of a joke as well. Just going to draw this third card for you. There's also a feeling, there's also a feeling with mum of feeling bad about kind of leaving or something, like feeling bad about leaving and wanting to, still assist, yes, even on this side, but I feel like it'd be good to be there physically, but I'm over this side. So there's an acknowledgement of that as well. Adult children is you guys. So adult children, a reference to that. Now, we had exercise. We've also got dietary change, and that one's upside down. So I feel like you're looking after yourself, your body, paying attention to how you're feeling and things like that. So dietary change and exercise program, you've got both of them. If we're doing a one-on-one, I'd be giving you a lot of advice and a lot of information about that, and it gets very personal, Gay Marie. So hopefully that makes sense for you. That was your beautiful mum. Tracy Ferguson Johnson, just going to come to you for anxiety. I haven't done a lot of career readings tonight, but that's all good. Tracy Ferguson Johnson, anxiety. Just going to have a look at that for you. So just going to come into your energy and see what we need to say there. Tracy, what I feel like is I wouldn't mind smudging my crown space with you. So I feel like there's a bit of clarity that I need, and it's like I want to smudge this. I feel like there's a little cloud sitting above my head. That can be representative of depression or mental illness and stuff like that as well. So it could be something along that if you're aware of the anxiety. You know, obviously that can manifest in certain ways up here. But I feel like I want to do a bit of smudging, a bit of clearing up here in my crown space with you. Yeah. Yeah, also coming into solar plexus, they give me gold. So also coming into solar plexus. Oh, well, that's amazing confirmation. That's exactly where I just was. So I really feel it's pretty simple. I do it regularly. It's just smudging that crown space. You can also use a smudge spray. Sometimes you can access to smudge sprays in some of the health food stores. But that's the purple. So that's really good confirmation of what I was just talking about. I feel like some of the anxiety is coming from not knowing, which is hard when you've got a little cloud sitting above your head. It's hard to see. So I feel like just smudging that crown space of yours first and foremost. Let's see what else we need to know for Tracy. Then I'm coming to the other Tracy. This is Tracy Ferguson. Then I'm coming to Tracy Lancaster next. So 2 Tracys in a row. Tracy Lancaster is asking about feeling unsettled, and she feels like there's something good coming. Now, creativity is in the present. So that's the fire area that is sacral chakra. That is for Tracy Ferguson around the anxiety. So that's our creative center too. So trusting into womb space, that's our feminine space where we create from. Ancient wisdom is big life lessons. So that's moving forward. There's more challenges coming for you. And that is all. So the brown is all over the body. So all the chakra is affected by that. So big challenges. You've chosen a lot of challenges, but know that the universe doesn't give us any more than we can handle. Compassion as well for yourself. That's the green, the emerald, connecting into heart space. So compassion and patience for yourself moving forward. Tracy Lancaster, feeling a bit unsettled. I might use these cards as well for Tracy because they are really great for healing. Or no, we want these ones. All right, I'm going to do general guidance, goddess guidance for Tracy. Hello everyone. Hello Haley. Don't forget to stay online because I will come to someone and do a free 30-minute connection. But I do announce that at the end. So if you want that, then please stick around. Otherwise, there's a link in this post if you want to book a one-on-one reading, healing, any of the above. Got a little ant crawling down my arm. And a reading healing combo I also do, which is super popular. So Tracy Lancaster, there's a link in this post. You can click book now and check my availability. I also stay online and answer your questions and things like that too. So Tracy Lancaster, feeling a bit unsettled at the moment. You feel like there's something good coming. Let me have a look at that for you. Let me have a look. I'm just going to pop some more lavender. Lavender is great for sensitivity. If you are reading at home, doing readings for your friends and things like that, lavender really helps with the feelings and sensations. Good coming. What's that look like for Tracy? Then I'm coming to Wendy Harvey. Yeah. Tracy, I do feel like it's like I want to keep my eye on the horizon. So looking forward, I want to keep my eye on the horizon. It does, I agree with you, it does feel like something's coming. And I also feel like what I'm seeing is third eye space, or not even seeing, feeling. So connecting into my third eye, there's a bit of pressure between my eyebrows. So I feel like what that is really focusing on your visions and dreams at the moment. So if you're having visions and dreams, or you're not remembering dreams, start to write them down, and that will allow more to flow. So really focus on dreams and visions, because it's that space between my eyebrows at the moment that I'm really feeling with you, that clairvoyant ability. That's also connecting into intuition and that inner knowing, that clear cognizance, all comes from between the eyebrows. So really pay attention to visions and dreams, start to write them down, and then more will come and you'll get more vivid dreams. Lapis lazuli is also really good. I sleep with lapis lazuli and I have the most amazing dreams. So Tracy Ferguson around, Tracy Lancaster, boundaries, that is saying no to others' demands on your time and energy, putting yourself first, that's past and now, that's an indication you've already started doing that. Saying no, sometimes it's not easy. Sacred space is creating a safe space for yourself to be able to, honor yourself and have your crystals there, your cards, all your favorite things if you're into spirituality, but it's having that space just for you. It could be just for meditation. You know, you've got chakras pictured there as well, so it could be for meditation. That's in the present. And looking ahead, it's the arts, so getting creative. That's the horizon there. You can see the sun behind her, the horizon, the straight line. So I really feel like focusing on that, but it does feel creative. So bringing in something creative. Bottom of the deck is a great confirmer, fertility. So fertility is bringing something in, new ideas, new projects, connecting into sacral chakra. So there's definitely something fabulous coming. I feel like keep my eye on the horizon and just allow that to come in. There is a little bit of patience required because it is on the horizon. It won't be immediate, but I do feel like really great things, and it'll just drop in like that. Dreams and visions for you, though. Pay attention to dreams and visions. That's how it's going to come to you. So that's wonderful. Congratulations. That's lovely. And let us know what it is. I want to know. I'm very curious. Wendy Harvey. Oh, that's okay, Kim. No problem. I hope that made sense for you, my love. Please give me feedback if you feel to as well. You've been through quite a battle. Wendy Harvey health test this week. Let me connect to Wendy and just see what's going on with Wendy. Okay. Wendy, definitely some healing happening around you because it's green. So there's definitely some healing around you, which is really good. You can call on Raphael if you need an extra bit of reassurance, a little bit of healing. Use as an emerald green shower. But I feel like definitely the healing happening. Oops. Wendy, I don't know if this was part of your testing or not, but I feel like there's swabs involved of some description. A swab could be a mouth swab, back of throat, nose, that sort of thing, but I feel like swabs. So I'm not sure if there was any swabbing involved in what you were doing, but swabs is coming up for me. Oops. You know, it's interesting, Wendy, because I do feel a little calm in your energy. I feel like there's a knowledge in you that it's going to be okay, because I actually feel quite calm in your energy. I don't feel anxious. I'm not connecting into solar plexus with you. So it's a good feeling. I feel okay in your energy. There is a bit going on in my headspace, so a little bit of pressure up around my headspace, but I do feel quite calm down in my solar plexus. I feel like, yeah, just saying, you know, continue to sort of try to be positive, optimistic, best outcome, hope, all of those sorts of things, which I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're on the right track. I'm not getting any warnings around this for you, but it does feel like just maintain that positive, you know, outlook and attract the best outcome possible. That's what I want to say. But no one's giving me any sort of warnings. Nothing's standing out to me. Let me just draw some cards for you. So this is a bit of guidance around health and these tests we've got coming. Wendy, I'm also hearing the silence is deafening. So sometimes it can feel like that when we're alone. We feel a bit alone, a bit isolated. It's like we're waiting for these things. It's the anticipation. But the silence can be deafening. So I feel like even putting on some music, background music to take your mind off it will be really awesome. Now, some big lessons for you as well. So same. Pink is connecting into heart space. That's a bit of forgiveness. That's in the past, into now. So letting go of what's come before, acceptance and letting go. Same card as what the other lady had before, Ancient Wisdom Crystal. That is big life lessons, big challenges. We've chosen huge challenges for ourselves. That's in the present. So know that we've chosen this lesson. When we figure that out, sometimes it passes a little bit faster, more quickly, which is good. Letting go again. So forgiveness is acceptance and letting go. It's specifically letting go. So I feel like really letting go of the outcome and know that whatever happens will be for the best for you. So lots and lots and lots of letting go and disconnecting from the outcome and allowing the best outcome to come back to you. Okay, there's my cards. Okay, so Nick Star was after a bit of guidance. Might just do a card for Nick. That's from my fairies. Hello to everyone who is still tuning in. I'm going a little bit over because I was a little bit late. So Nick Star, just a card for you. Everything is okay. So nothing to worry about. That can be a little around patience, but knowing that it's a positive outlook. It's what I was talking about with Wendy, knowing everything is working out for the best and highest good for yourself. So everything is okay. Arlene Johnson, feeling blocked and having trouble moving forward. So Arlene, let me do these angel therapy. These are Doreen Virtue. Let me do those for Arlene. There is a link in this post, guys, if you wanted to have a chat to me after the show. I'll stay online and answer your questions. Otherwise, you can click that and hit book now and book a reading, healing, or a combo. Any of the above. I don't mind. I love to connect to you during the week. It's really, really fun. Monday night is my highlight, of course, talking to all of you wonderful human beings. Arlene Johnson, blocked, moving forward, trying to move forward. Let's have a look at that for Arlene. So just going to connect into Arlene's energy. And then I'll finish up in about 4 minutes. Okay. Arlene, I do feel like the block is mental for me. So I feel like just similar to the other people that I've been reading for tonight, is that letting go is really important. Let go of the outcome, whatever your desires are, and just raise your vibrations, because I feel like it's all mental for me. It's coming up into intellect, overthinking, and I feel like coming out of that, connecting back into heart space is going to work wonders for you moving forward. Now, great confirmation, crown chakra. So that's our connection to our higher self, spirit, meditation. The answers generally lie up there in terms of why we're feeling blocked. And I did talk to the other girl about clearing her crown chakra. So you can use a spray, you can use smudge, the smoke, all of that sort of stuff. Release is really amazing. Confirmation of what we were just talking about. That's letting go of the outcome, allowing it to come in. Ear chakras is spirit trying to communicate. So if you notice ears going deaf, ringing, all of that stuff, that spirit trying to communicate, you just give it permission and allow, and eventually that will ease, and then you'll start to get ideas landing in your head. So the release is really important. Let go of the outcome and allow it to come back to you, Arlene, and that's how we move forward. So raising our vibrations, coming back into the vortex, if you believe in Esther Hicks and her teachings. So getting into the vortex is really important. Kimberly Ebert, just going to do life purpose for you because you missed out when we did those joint readings. So just going to do life purpose for Kimberly, and then I may get booted off of Spiritual Events Directory, maybe forever, who knows, I don't know, hopefully not. Study with a group, and then pursue my life purpose. But due to finances, I'm wanting to know if I am going to be able to do it, even if it takes some time. Have an amazing opportunity to study with a group. Oh, that's really cool. Kimberly, let's ask around that. Thank you for giving me a bit more information. Kimberly, life purpose, let's have a look at that for you. Kimberly, I feel like you need to manifest this. I feel like this is a good thing. Lots of goosebumps, lots of goosebumps. I feel like I need to manifest this. So put it out to spirit. Spirit, this is the amount of money I need. Please provide this for me, and let go. It's always letting go. It's painful. Letting go, having faith, trust, it'll come back to you. So Kimberly, I feel to manifest this, you know, the space, the time, the money, all of the above. Put it out to spirit. I'm a vessel. Use me as you will is something that I say a lot. And also, spirit, please provide what I need for this week. Yeah. And this fortnight, but I do it weekly, and then I allow spirit to bring that back for me. But it is important to let it go, and then allow it to come back. So I feel like put it out in that respect, and then allow spirit to return. Oh my God, amazing, amazing. Confirmation, let go, hooray. Spirit's on track tonight. Love that. Really good confirmation for you, Kimberly. In the present, it is talk to your angels, and that's what I was saying. You got to put it out there. This is what I want, and ask for it. Yeah, it's a really good confirmation, solid confirmation. So we need to let go so it can come back to us, but it is putting the request out. Angels, this is what I'm after. Please help me. Provide what I need for this course, you know, to work with this group, and give me the time, the space, the money. Options means that we're opening up lots of possibilities for you. So lots of possibilities to consider. But definitely with this, we're manifesting, my friend. We are manifesting. We're going to make it happen. Kimberly, you are so on the right track. Hooray. Love, love, love. Laura Lee, just going to do a card for you, my love. And then I've got to do Nathan because it's his first time on here and I really wanted to get a card for Nathan. Laura Lee, just going to draw a card for you, and then I'm going to do Nathan, and then I'll probably log off, but I may do free reading for one of you as well. So I will announce that in a second. And I will ask you maybe to private message me. It's a little bit easier if you private message me because I can't contact you from our business page. Laura Lee Sweeney, any messages for Laura Lee? Laura Lee, I'm coming into ribcage with you, and I do feel like that's where we hold old sort of stagnant energy sometimes. So I feel like doing a little bit of tapping, something like that. I feel a bit off in my solar plexus with you as well. So that's digestive system, stomach, gut, all of those things. Feels a bit off for me. So just watch what you're putting in your body. Maybe more raw food, cold food, cool, as opposed to cooked or heavy. I feel like I want to give my body a little bit break, but it does feel like cool food for you would be really amazing. Past life is connected here. So this is for Laura Lee Sweeney, and I'm going to do Nathan Abbey. Past life connection, that's passed into now. So something influencing us at the moment. So there's going to be something big that you would be aware of. Could be a family dispute, relationship breakup, any of those sorts of things. There's a past life connection. Now these are all quite Egyptian, so Sekhmet. That's being strong in the present. So stick to your guns moving forward. We've got the past life issue in the past. In the present, it is encouraged to be strong, and we've got the cats there. So great strength, and that means we're going to have the best outcome possible. Ishtar is boundaries. So saying no to others' demands on your time and energy. Haven't got the time right now, don't want to do it. Don't do things out of obligation if possible, because then we just have resentment for that. So boundaries moving forward, it's putting a foot down, laying down the law is what I want to say for you. Now, taking a leap of faith as well. So moving before, that's your overall message, is taking a leap of faith. That's trust. That, you know, I can do that. I can sort of leap off the cliff and someone's going to catch me, thank God. Laura Lee, that is you done. Hopefully that made sense. Nathan Abbey, I'm just going to draw a card for you. So Nathan, I'm just going to do crystals or goddess guidance, goddess guidance. And then I will let you know who I'm going to read for. Very much. Beautiful. Thank you, Kimberly. Hopefully that makes sense. Nathan Abbey, just going to draw a card for you. Thank you for staying on so long. Nathan, what do we need to do with Nathan? Nathan, just watch chest space. For me, it's a little bit under strain or something. You might be stressed out or something like that, but I just feel in my chest I want to really release the tension. So maybe go outside and take some deep breaths, something like that. I've got a bit of pressure in my chest, and it does feel like a little bit of stress for me. Now, inner wisdom, yeah, these are good. Inner wisdom is in the past. It's like knowing what you need to do, but just trusting that. Athena the owl is the wisdom, so trusting your knowledge and intuition. Quiet time is in the present. So, you know, I was talking about the pressure in my chest, a bit of stress. I feel like going outside, standing on the grass, you know, reconnecting, doing a bit of grounding, but being aware that you could be set off easily and triggered. And that's sitting in chest space for you. Bodies of water is going with the flow. So moving forward, it is being like the water element. It is more feminine element than a masculine yang. So bodies of water just going with the flow. Easy does it for you moving forward. Now, I didn't get to everyone, but what I'm going to ask is, who do I want to do? Rebel Kim Davidson. Rebel Kim Davidson, if you are still listening, I would like to give you a free 30-minute reading. So Rebel Kim Davidson, if you would like to connect with me, then you can send me a little private message and I will connect with you and we'll do a little free reading because I feel like you definitely needed it and I didn't get to you this week. So you are on my list and you can just private message me. The link is in the post for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate all of the people who have stayed tuned till the end. And I love all the feedback. So I really appreciate that. I'm on each week from 6:15 Australian Eastern Standard Time, 7:15 for daylight savings people. So I will see you next week from the same time for an hour of beautiful connections. If you want to do a one-on-one, there is a link in the post. You can click book now and we can do that. See you next week. Bye.